Yo, what is up, 5-star audience? Me and my dog Tez out here type thing, you know what I'm saying? We are about to go live, start the stream here in a second. The signal is being sent over to YouTube right now. If you're seeing this video, you're only going to see this in the clips, man. So make sure you follow me on the new clips, or my new Instagram, which is at ChrisEnzoCore, which is literally where all of my branding has moved over to. Life of Chris live stream is over. That is now Chris Enzo Clips. And the main account is Chris Enzo Core. So I got two accounts, man. Chris Enzo Clips, Chris Enzo Core. Big dog motherfucking test before we get into this podcast, man. Take it away as I check the sound over here.
We are out here, 5-star live stream. We're out here in the studio. We've been updating the studio, new equipment, got the TVs in the back. We got the show going, and we're going to keep it fucking going. It's been a movie this past couple weekends, just been out getting lit, connecting with the people, the folks, making this shit happen behind the scenes. You're going to start seeing more of 5-star live stream family. More consistently, we're going to be dropping videos, so stay tuned. This shit does not stop. It's going to keep going on. We back at it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see, what you want to hear. We're going to bring it to you on all platforms. We're firing on all cylinders. We out here. Let's get it.
Yeah, we're ready, man. We're out here. We're out here.
I want to see it. More consistently, we're going to be dropping videos.
We are out here, gang. We're literally out here type shit. Yeah, I'm adjusting the making the, there, it's going to look a little bit more equal now on the display. Boom. All good. I'm editing live. Going live. We are live. You know what the name of this show is called, bro? It's called 5-Star Live Stream for a reason, bro. Because when we do it, shout out to you, Chris, we do it live. But yeah, man, to really lock it in today, me and Tez have decided, you know what? We're gonna give you guys some sauce on this one. We're gonna literally break down everything that we got going on out here in the real world, bro. And speaking of things that we got going on here in the real world, you can probably see it behind us on the TV screens in the background. Me and Tez are actually going to recap what you're seeing in the background, and we're going to give you the sauce on how to play the game. And as you can see, we're out here. We're live with you guys. We're showing you what's going on. We're telling you what's going on when it comes to game, frame, mindset, getting your mind right on everything you need to do to be successful and accomplish things. We're out here doing this. We're doing this right here with you, bro. We cannot be more serious about making sure that you get the best out of your live dating stream and all the activity that goes along with that type shit. All the activity that goes along with that type shit. Feel me? My bad. That was me, G. But yeah, we're out here. And, man, we're coming off Valentine's Day. We're coming off Valentine's Day weekend right now, which is crazy to think about. Did any of you have a Valentine? Like, bruh. Camera's on you real quick, big dog, you know what I'm saying? That one right there, you know what I'm saying? Give him a quick little shout out. Bro, how was Valentine's Day for you? Is there someone out there that was a Valentine?
Bro, we was outside. We was getting lit. We was hit an event, had a good time, chilled. And when a girl's worth her being a Valentine, I'm here to give it to her. But until then, these bitches not worth shit to me. Shit. Yeah, they got to be worth the fucking Valentine's Day.
Facts.
But yeah, the shit was lit. We had a good time. Went out. As you see behind the scenes, that's actually part of the night right here, Valentine's night. Here, cooling, chilling out, just being outside, connecting with people and having a good time. But I mean, I'd rather be alone with peace than be in a relationship with the girl that doesn't respect me and that has been ran through, just to say that I had a Valentine's, or just to I'm not going out like that, buddy. Not this year, not next year, or not the year after.
Facts.
If you had there's one thing. If you're a guy out there and you had a Valentine's, ask yourself, is your Valentine, is she really on your schedule? Is she on your program? Are you running it tight? Like, is she on your program? Yeah, that might be a Valentine, but you might be on her program. Is she running the show? Is she calling the shots? Because if you have a Valentine and she's calling the shots, it's not even worth it at that point. So, yeah.
Facts on facts. So, literally, I'll give you guys a quick recap of what we were doing out here, right? So one of the nights where I'm out here preparing the studio for making sure 5-Star is dope, man, we're having a lot of fun out here. As you can see, we got some more updates, more more tech, more software, more recruits, more people coming in soon, right? And as we're doing that, Tez hit me out of nowhere, dog, out the blue, like, yo, Chris, you coming out tonight, bro? You coming out to slide? And as you can see, we actually have one of the homies in the back who came with us that night. And then we go out here in Fort Lauderdale, and we're gaming chicks up and down the streets, right? So what does that mean? What does that mean, gaming chicks? In college, you know, when you're going outside and you're going and you're going to meet up with girls, there's a couple ways you could do this, right? You can be lame. You can do the Tinder swiping. You can hope that maybe a Tinder swipe or whatever is going to come knock on your door if you message each other enough. That's not me. I can't, like, sit there and wait around. You know what I mean? I'm a guy. I need to move. I need to eat. I need to sleep. I need to breathe. I need to do things. I can't just be waiting around all day, right? So in the college days, you just go out, you go to like a nightclub, you go where the people are hanging out, and something is bound to happen. You feel me? So here we are, you know, college for me was some years ago now. You know, I was in college 2016, 2017, all that. Now it's 10 years later, bro. Like, the game has changed a lot. And if you guys don't know this, me and Tez are here to report to you. Yeah, it looks good, but we're giving you the maximum, like, success that you need to make sure that you know how to play this game, right? So as you're going to see, or as you probably already saw here, right? Me and Tez, we head out to a couple places in the area, right? We head out to the Wharf. Wharf was pretty fire. And the Wharf is good at like certain times in the night. And then we went to, what do you call that area where the pub, that Irish pub was? What is that, like downtown Fort Lauderdale? Las Olas, downtown Fort Lauderdale or something?
Just Las Olas. If you say, it's just Las Olas. Like, if you think of going out at night at Las Olas, that's where you, so, yeah, like downtown, I mean, West Las Olas. I'd say, like, that's more West Las Olas. So, yeah, where all the clubs and shit are.
You know what? That reminds me, bro. You know who I think right now, if I remember back, my favorite girl at the pub was that night? Was that tall blonde chick, right? I don't know if you remember her.
I remember you telling me about it. But yeah.
Like, bro, you were having a full-blown combo with her.
But it was you were talking to her, though.
Yeah, I was talking to her, but you were like, you know, you were talking, like, this person was in front of your face, you know what I mean? Like, for a little bit.
I was talking to, yeah. We're having
like,
a good time.
Whatever. So, like, you know, talking to her and just kind of, like, gaming with her. All right, so she's younger, but she's tall as shit. So she's like a 6-foot white girl, blonde, beautiful. And, you know, I'm taller than her and shit. So it looks pretty. And I do like those tall girls because it's just, like, easier sometimes. You know, you look over, her face is where your face is. You don't got to look down. It's no extra steps involved. It's like, boom, easy peasy. She's right there. And I was like, yo, man, I'm just kind of flirting with this girl and stuff. But the way in which women communicate now is completely different than 5-10 years ago, man. Well, ever since COVID, so I guess you could say around COVID the nightlife has been dead. But, like, before that, shit was way easier than today, in my personal opinion. Do you fuck with that statement at all?
You said shit is way easier today?
Than today.
Oh, for surely, bro. As far as night game, like going out and shit, getting girls?
night game.
Bro, it's a completely different, it's a whole different ball game.
Bruh, when I tell you, women, I got it. All right, so here's the recap, right? I'm out there, and I'm having a good time with chicks, right? And you'll even see here in a video clip here, there's a really nice girl I was talking to in this video. She's cool as shit. And actually here, me and Tez actually ended up in a whole different scenario this night where we were playing, what's that game called was it Jenga?
Yeah,
Jenga, right? You and me were playing Jenga with a whole pair of feminine girls, really sweet and shit. But it was more common that you'll see a group of girls be like, just hate. They're trained to hate men, bro. They're trained to hate men. There's no like no love, no care. I mean, she's not demonstrating that.
I'm getting mad that, bro. Like, that girl, she needed her number that night or something, bro. Like,
right.
Every time I see that video, because throughout all these videos, that's the most attractive girl.
Hey. Yo, shout out, you know, you see a manatee in the background out here.
All right. She came out straight just twerking on you, bro. Like,
okay, so in the nightlife, you see, like, however I'm phrasing it, however I'm stating it, I'm trying to be like, you know, you guys, I know you want to smash guys, but there's a lot of fun to be had in between, you know what I'm saying? So if you go out with the mentality of, I want to close the deal, it's going to be kind of a miserable life, you know what I'm saying? You got to go on the adventure, too, you know? going on the adventure is half the fun of the journey, and you gotta, as a man, I don't want you to ever really be off the adventure either, because you're trading the adventure for the girl. Never trade the adventure for the girl. You're always on this adventure. She can come with you. You feel me? But like I was saying earlier, when I was dealing with Blondie and her group of blonde friends, they were the ones that are setting the tone for the dating scene, because it's a group of hot, attractive girls, and then when you're in there and you're like gaming with them and stuff, they're all single, they're all available, and they're all like, their ovaries are all closed with spikes all around them, and they're all like, I hate men, it's a girl's night, fuck you, right? Ironically, the same night, bro, I'm talking to a bride who's about to get married, a girl who's about to get married. She's out there, she's in she's got a cowboy hat on, all white dress, she's with all her girlies. She was super friendly. She was giving me the vibes she wanted to smash the most. Like, bro, and the sad part about that is whoever that guy is that put a ring on this girl, she's out here giving off like the vibes of like she's available. You know what I mean? So everything is wrong. The available girls are evil, and they're treating you like you are nothing. And then the girls who should be taken are putting themselves out there to be available, bro. Like, we live in some crazy ass time. But shout out to that one girl. She was just neutral, bro. She was just ready for Daddy Chris to come out give her what we talking about,
Oh yeah, and fucking bro, the dating shit is changing fast with dating, like just because these past 2 weekends was my first time going out since like the beginning of October, and like, bro, the shit is like, so many girls are cock blocking on her friends, and like that was huge. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
refrigerator, protect the snacks.
It is like weird, like why are you cock blocking so much? Like, why are you stopping? Like,
true love, bitch.
It's insane, but yeah, man, shit is changing fast, bro. Like the dating scene and all that shit. Yeah.
See, okay, so then, shout out to Icy and shout out to Detox, right? Because in the middle of this, like, adventure here, Icy and Detox hit me up with a text message talking about, like, yo, we're having a singles mixer night, right? So then me and Tez are like, yo, a singles mixer. Let's freaking go. So we head over to Miami, and that's the other side of this vlog, right? So there's a couple sections that you'll see in this vlog. There's actually 3 different things that I think happened in here. We head out to Fort Lauderdale, then we head out to Miami, then we're back in Fort Lauderdale on Las Olas, right? So it's the Wharf, it's Miami, it's Las Olas, and these are really good places to like select for girls that you want to date, or like at least put in your vlogs. You know what I mean? It's filled with a bunch of baddies, so that's nice, right? And that night, right, we decide like, yo, all right, we're gonna go to Fort Lauderdale, and we go there, we hang out with Icy, we hang out with Detox, and we just made it like brief. So we were there at that event for a light time, and there's actually people that hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm gonna give you like their Instagram accounts to go shout them out, get them to come on the show. They'll come on the show and they'll talk about that night too, and like what was going on and stuff. But everyone in that area, everyone in that scene is very well aware of dating, right? Some of the people that you'll see here have been on Fresh and Fit. They've been on the panel shows, so they know how the dating game is. And then me and Tez say, all right, look, we had a really good time here. We made our brief entrance, and now we're going out to Wynwood, and we're going to kick with some women, right? So then we go like from girl to girl. Let me try to remember. Do you remember a girl that I talked to at Wynwood at all that night?
That night, I remember we talked to the group of 3 white girls.
The 3 blondes.
1-800 Luckies, yeah.
Oh God! All right, so here's bro. This is literally how the conversation went with one of those girls, right? I'm in there, and I'm like breaking the ice. I'm talking to her, and I'm getting ready to like pull out lines and like get warm and connected and shit, right? And then like the conversation starts just being like, oh God, like. It was like the conversation was taking a turn of like, you could tell she's so blue-pilled, and this is going to happen a lot. You should expect that women are going to be blue-pilled, right? Meaning that they're so about the lies, they're so about the propaganda. If it's about I hate men, they hate men on extremes, right? So I'm talking to her, and Yeah, you were actually talking to the two blonde girls, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? My dog got a little layup, little two girl action happening type thing, and I'm talking to the one in this scenario, and she just turns up to be like a cop. She's like a cop for Miami Police Department, and it's you could see like how her personality was just getting shittier and shittier because I guess her mind was like more in the government area. Yeah. She was not sweet, bro. She was not a nice person to talk to. And her whole mentality was like, fuck men. And then I start like playing around with her. Like, yeah, men are so horrible, right? Like, aren't they the worst? But like deep down on the inside, I'm like, bro, oh my God. Another strikeout, right? So in this scenario, you'll actually see here that what I can say is that night game, probably the biggest thing I could give you guys right here. Night game is cooked in Florida, bro. Night game is cooked, it's cucked, it's weird. The most success that I had in this vlog is something that I was telling Tez during the nighttime. I was like, bro, I really think that we're going to see a massive turnaround with the amount of game that we have if we just do straight day game. So what does day game mean, right? Day game means, you know, you run into the girl at like Starbucks or the library or the park or the beach in this scenario. When you're dealing with real people, real time, real life, no nightclubs, no expectation of sex in like the nightclub environment, it very much has that like heaviness of sex in it. But in real life, when you're talking to people, you're probably going to have a better experience. And just like we theorized, as soon as we were doing day game, way better ROI. Was that your experience as well? Or like you were, I know you were definitely having there was a lot of different things going on there.
They were going on where?
Like between all the different interactions we had.
Talking about yesterday? Or like during
combined,
the day, like the day versus the night game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so day game is better than night game for sure. Definitely. Yeah, night game is like fucking it's a wrap, bro.
You might as well get sleep and just be like, listen, women are trained to hate men at night.
It's like, I mean, I don't like, cause some bitches were at like on Wynwood that night that we went out Wynwood and fucking the Hard Rock. Some bitches are receptive, but yeah, you just have to become the best version of yourself in order to get some kind of results. That's really what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of these hoes are going. They are definitely going. But if you're basing your whole premise on going out at night and to find girls, you're going to waste a lot of time, spend a lot of money on drinks and talking to girls, and it's just going to be a waste of time. But it is definitely, like, we fucking brought girls here at night, did shows. Like, it's there, but
we're at our level, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you're going into this battle, and like the programming that these girls have is insane. Like that's the biggest part is like, damn, like you really almost have to be gay to have a girlfriend in 2026. Like, cause they don't respect masculinity at all. They don't they're looking to overpower your masculinity with theirs. So you're going to have to scoop down a little bit. Someone's going to have to be the more masculine one. And they're not looking for you to be the dominant one. A lot of girls that are being psyoped by this blue pill shit with a lady career boss, a boss woman, a woman can do anything a man can do. Those type of girls, their boyfriends are submitting to them. And those boys are the girls in the relationship. So a lot of times, bro, with half these girls that are blue pill where they believe in egalitarian and everything's equal between men and women, those dudes are submitting to those girls. So that's when I say dating as a man in America is gay. It is in that sense because a lot of these girls have been masculinized, and if you're in a relationship with a girl that is very masculine, she has made you submit to her. Now she's the dominant one in the relationship, you're the feminine one. She holds the power, you don't. So it's gay because you're the bitch in the relationship.
Truer words, man. But I don't want you guys to like be fully out of the game. You know what I mean? Because there's a huge contrast, like we were just saying, between day and night game, right? So I'm going out there and I'm talking to girl after girl after girl. And yo, shout out to Vince Aesthetic. We ran into Vince Aesthetic that night. That was pretty cool. Shout out to you, Vince. And then we ran out to, I forget his name, but it's like on TikTok it goes like provisionist. Yo, the guy who walks up to girls and says, "Hey, will you make me banana bread?" We ran into him. He was cool as stuff, and keep reaching out to him. I want him to come on the show for sure. We'll definitely talk to him. Like I said, I got a new Instagram, guys. I really need you to help me out here. Your boy just made a new one. It's Chris Enzo Core. I got to get the following up so I can follow the people I want to follow to bring them on the show. You know, we're putting out new content, bringing people into your life. But I had way better interactions during the daytime, right? I'm actually gonna break down a scenario that I had. But before I break that down, Tez actually got to see it in the distance, and you were actually talking about the signals from the good interaction yesterday. That was yesterday. Tell them what you saw from the distance in your opinion, like this group of girls on the beach during the daytime versus, you know.
Yeah, I believe it'll be better if you just tell them like a little bit about their own interaction, and I fucking tell them what I saw.
All right, so here's what's going on, right? Me and Tez, we're doing the normal stuff you would imagine the dudes are doing, right? We're out there and we're just like looking around. We're some pretty girls, and then I'm like, "Yo, Tez, what do you think about these two chicks?" And then I was like, "Man, what do you think about that blondie? Tez, go get that blondie right there. She's hot as shit. She's with her three. There's three of them, her and her two friends." And he was like, "Nah, man, you go get that." So then I'm like, all right. So then walk up to the girls, talk to the girls, start talking to girls, you know, talking to them about like, hey, things that I'll say sometimes is like, hey, I'd like you to come on the podcast, or something along the line of like, yeah, you're pretty, I like your hair. Like it depends on the scenario, and I'll break down like different pickup lines that we use for different interactions. But the point of the conversation is, in my mind, a little bit like this, right? Sometimes when you're in a conversation with anyone that you've ever talked to, if you ask the person that you're talking to, how did the conversation start? Nobody knows how their conversation starts. It happens all the time. Like if you're just meeting someone and you've been talking for 30 minutes, every time you ask them like, how did the conversation start? Your human brain will never remember it. And that's something you really want to do with these ladies when you're spitting game. You want to just talk to them. So just talk to them, hit on them, and then like when it came down to talking about like what I do and what the girls do, it was something like another girl was like in the military, another one was doing hospitality, another one was doing the ultrasounds for when girls are pregnant. And when we were doing that, you know, or when I was doing that breakdown, you gotta understand, if you're talking to one girl, you gotta also be able to talk to all of the girls at the same time, and you gotta be able to kind of really equally give out your attention. So, you know, like there'll be like the main girl that I'm concentrating on, the one that I want to seal the deal with or hook up with first. But then at the same time, you like if you're speaking to this one for 2 or 3 seconds, you got to speak to that one for 2 or 3 seconds, that one for 2 or 3 seconds. You got to be able to like equally distribute the conversation and get everyone involved. Kind of like a good talent to have if you're going to be a podcast host, right? Like you need to be able to kind of like listen and kind of see where the energy is and kind of pull people in. But the girl that I talked to, that ended up being what felt like the most feminine, most responsive connection, right? And at a distance, you would think, okay, she's clearly physically attractive. She knows she's physically attractive. Because she's physically attractive and knows she's physically attractive, she's most likely going to be a pain in the butt to deal with, because when pretty girls know they're pretty, every guy that comes up to them or talks to them or gives them attention could be another guy giving her attention, so she just brushes them away because it's so much attention. But that wasn't the case in this particular scenario, right? In this particular scenario, it's like, oh, she's being very feminine, very responsive. Okay, so that is making a good interaction. A good interaction makes a good connection. Good connection when you guys get the number. Hopefully, they hit you up. In this particular scenario, that biatch never hit me back up. But, hey, at the same time, I'll say this. You don't like just completely discount people, because people surprise you sometimes. I'm in long conversations with people sometimes after they'd missed the first couple rounds of hitting you up, but then they hit you up out of nowhere and things go good from there, you know? So really what it comes down to is numbers game. But anything else on that particular scenario?
Yeah, like from a distance, when you're talking to the girls, you could, just by their body language, you could tell they're very interested, attracted, they're pulling on their hair, they're smiling. So those are indicators of higher interest, a lot of times high interest. So that's always good to see that, like, a lot of times those are just good signs. A lot of times when you approach a girl, you're talking to a girl, she's smiling, Chris talking to the girls, they're smiling, playing with their hair, laughing, engaged. Those are signs that they're interested. So those are good. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, you just approach and make it happen. Hell yeah.
And honestly, straight up, shout out to everyone in this video, man. In all honesty, like in that moment, I'm out there and I'm recruiting girls in mass, right? So it's like I'm recruiting for people to come on the show or for people I want to talk to. Update your networking. So in that mentality, I'm not like going there just because I want to date, you know what I mean? But if you guys are in the scenario and you're communicating with a girl of high interest and you're not running in a whole full-blown operation here, and you're just the dude out here and you're just talking to a girl and she's showing you high interest, stick to that, bro. Stick to that. Pull her in. You know what I'm saying? I was there for like 5 minutes. Don't be afraid to sit down for 30 minutes with the girl and really like lock it in, bond, connect a little bit, keep your value high, and then dip out. You know what I mean? Because in 30 minutes, you could formulate a connection that's interested enough to, go out somewhere, go to dinner, pick her up. If you got that high interest like that. But the bigger point here, high interest from a woman is really good. Like if you're getting rejected, and then you're dealing with a high interest girl is going to beat a medium or low interest girl every single time because everything about her is just wired differently. Like she's sitting there, like in this scenario, she's waiting for that attention. She's waiting to feel complimented. She's waiting to feel beautiful. She wants this. She might be relationship ready. You know what I mean? She might have that in her personality, and you just got to pull it out of her, lock that in type thing.
For sure. Stay in the pocket, lock it in, make it fucking happen. Yeah, because right now dating it's all kind of fucked up right now, bro. Like, okay. You just have to be the best version of yourself. That's really it. Like, it's fucked up until you're the best version of yourself. If you're the best version of yourself, then it's not as bad. Because some interactions I had, I'm like, okay, this is good. Okay, I just got to be the best version of myself for this to really work. Because if you're not the best version of yourself as a man and you're dating, that's when you get the disrespect, the bullshit, her not treating you like a man, her treating you like a bitch. If you're not the best version of yourself, that's the kind of treatment you're going to get. So right now we live in a time where only the fucking cream of the crop, man, get the bitches, get the hoes, get the respect. So you just have to be the cream of the crop. You have to be at the fucking top. A lot of the times, for a girl to submit and respect you, a lot of times you just have to be that fucking guy. You can't have any chinks in your fucking armor at all, because they're gonna exploit that shit all the way and make your life miserable.
In this video clip over here, there's actually something that I wrote down that was pretty funny. Oh yeah, I remember. So there was this tall girl and a short girl, right? And me and Tez were on the elevator, and like the short girl kept pushing like all the buttons in the elevator, right? So she kept pushing like 2, 3, 4, because they didn't know what floor they were on. And then the tall girl's next to Tez, and then the tall girl's like, "What floor are you on?" And then Tez was like, "I'm on whatever floor you're on." Yo, that game was hard, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even know she said that, but I'm in there like, she was straight, she's attractive, and yeah, I'm like, say something. Type
thing. And then I remember there was another scenario when we're at the Hard Rock, which is over here in Fort Lauderdale. Hard Rock, actually it's like Hollywood, right? Hard Rock Holly. It's fucking Fort Lauderdale, bro. It's all the same shit. So I remember one of the girls I talked to, right? You had me like go up to her and I was talking to her, and then she was like not speaking English, and she's like, "Oh yes, I have my husband." I'm like, bro, we're talking. Me and her were talking for like probably like 2-3 minutes. I'm like, yo, that in general, guys, if your girl's talking to some other dude 2-3 minutes and you have a husband, that's a L, bro. Like, what the she. It felt like she was inquiring what she could do in her language, but like at the same time she knew better. It was really weird. And then I remember you talked to this pretty ass girl too.
Yeah.
At Hard Rock, right? She was just like a pretty girl off on the cut. You just
the one that was alone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How was she? Like just in the vibes?
Yeah, that girl, she was a very attractive, extremely attractive Spanish girl, somewhere from a Spanish country, didn't speak any English. So I pull out the fucking of course, the translator, you know, I got to find something out the bitch, you know. She speaks Spanish. I pull out the translator. Get to talking to the bitch. She's like, I'm alone with Dubu. Long story short, looks like a nigga to have to get that. Motherfuckers gonna have to come out of their pocket a little bit. I'm like, nah, it's not going on. But she was attractive as fuck, bro. Like, but yeah, you just gotta approach. You run into, and here's a good thing about interactions that go bad or that fucking, they're all learnings. Like you get to take something away from it and just bring it to the next interaction. So you're just more equipped and you learn from it, cause it just helps you understand women. Just like this FaceTime call I was on with the girl, I'm like, hey. I learned so, like, I'm learning so much without, like, but just by a girl talking, it's like, you're telling me so much without even telling me, like, and it's just, it's really good. Like, so, but yeah, so I say that to say any interaction during with a girl, it's always good because you get to, if you're actually thinking, do some critical thinking and actually think about what she's saying, why she's saying it. Is she attracted to you? Is she not attracted to you? What this means about her, what it means about her past, what it means about the kind of guy she talks to, what it means about her experiences. She can tell you so much without even telling you. So that's the best part. Like, yeah.
That is big facts, man. Girls are self-snitches. Like, you know, you want to run the Carfax on your car, right? Girls literally give you the Carfax about themselves. They can't help it. It's like some unwritten law that God has, like, installed in women upon first encounters. Like, up front, they tell you who they are, who they've been with, what they've been around, what they've been on, their mentality. Like, when you're vetting them, they all self-snitch. And like, the only ones who don't self-snitch are, like, when you're at Drake level, right? Like, when you're all the way at, like, the top of the pyramid, she's going to sell all purity. Like, I am perfect. I was just born. I am holier than thou. I am the Virgin Mary. Any fantasy you have, I will bring it out of me for you, right? Like, if you're all the way up there, she's going to do that. But everything else, like, if you're just normally, casually approaching chicks, girls are going to be like, yeah, no, I was on my healing journey. I had sex with 450 dudes. Or she'll say, like, yeah, no, I had a boyfriend in high school, a boyfriend in college, a boyfriend here, and this and that, and I didn't like this, and I did like that, and da, 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 da. So she's going to give you all the Carfax, and it's going to be like a cat railing its nails against a chalkboard type sound when she's talking. You're going to hate it. You're going to be like, man, oh, God, she's used up, and she's been piped down, and there's no dream here anymore, but I got to evaluate whether or not I can move forward and put her in my friend zone. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know, like, it sucks, guys, but you're probably not going to be getting the virgin you want without heavy vetting, right? That's going to take a team. And there's dudes that do that. Trust me, there's dudes that literally go out of their way to, like, spend a lot of money or have friends recruit or help each other get to, like, a level where they find a virgin chick. But yeah, out here, I haven't seen any. Like, listen, if it's out there, fantastic, but it's probably not. And you're going to have to do what you have to do to make some adjustments. But before I go on to the next part of the sauce here, anything you want to say on that?
Yeah, man, it's just get those interactions in. That way you can learn women, because just being complete idle from the game and not putting in any work, when you do find the one, it's just going to put you behind because you don't know the cue. You don't pick up on any of her cues or know if she's worth giving your time to or not. So still get in the game, talk to girls, and to figure out where you stand. It'll let you know a lot. So, but yeah, a lot of these girls, they're not worth it. But you do have to source them out so you can find the worth it ones. So the worth it ones are far and few in between, but they're out there. So you just got to keep searching.
Yeah, no, and then, you know, shout out to the other side of this real quick. I'm going to take a little detour, right? So there's a lot of cool people that me and Tez met in between these vlogs here. Like I said, if I count everybody, Vince Aesthetic, the Panda Bread guy, Icy from Fresh and Fit, Detox, Major DJ Detox, Lyrical Detox, bro. Homie is a legend. And then Chris from Fresh and Fit, right? Got a chance to network with all them guys, invite them out onto the show. And Big Mo, man, shout out to you. So we got a chance to, like, meet up with people that are in our field and line it up and be like, hey, man, Ollie, come out here. You guys got to come on, talk your stuff whenever you want, like your own episode. Then I met a couple people in between that I invited on the show here that you'll definitely see shortly. And I can't tell you their stuff, but like I'm already getting some of the information behind the scenes of like what's going on with people's like dating styles, dating relationships, and see like what parallels there are between what they've got going on in your life and what you've got going on in your life, so you guys can make the best decisions for vetting and finding girls and dating them and bringing them into your life and stuff. So that's a really fulfilling thing too, man. You know, I would suggest that if you're getting girls, man, you got to make that fun too. You got to like when you're hunting, I don't want you to make it 100% about the woman. You know what I mean? I want you to make it 100% about the hunt. Like you gotta select for the girl you're bringing into your world. So smashing doesn't really include that, but vetting for like a long-term relationship completely includes that. So like if you're an engineer, if you're a mechanic, you probably want to recruit a really soft, feminine girl who's delightful to be around, that isn't going to get in the way of your work, but is down for the fact that you're going to be having 8-hour days away from her, and like, you know, she's going to have to like deal with the fact that you're not always around. Or, you know, maybe you need like a social media girlfriend that's there with you every step of the way. Maybe she's behind the background, she's behind the scenes editing your videos or something, right? But you have to know that you're selecting for a girl to bring into your world. Don't select for a girl purely because she's a girl, because then you're just hunting a girl. And that is not necessarily going to be like, that's almost like putting the cart before the horse. You know what I mean? It's like, don't make it all about smashing. Don't make it all about a woman. Make it all about like the experience. Make it all about the journey and the adventure type thing.
For sure, yeah. Make it, yeah, and that's another thing. Just being successful in life in general is just, and that's something that I need to work on as well. It's not making it about the outcome. It's more about the process. Like that's because if you're so outcome driven, then you're gonna get caught up in not getting the outcome. So yeah, make it about the fucking process. Yeah. That's what you have to do in order to get the results. So that way you're just finding up all your skills during the process, and the results will eventually, they're gonna come if you just fall in love with the process. That's what it is. Like
money, that's 100% about the outcome. You can measure that. Fitness, that's 100% about the outcome. You can measure that. Girls, you can't. That's a gray area. It's got to be about the experience, the journey, the adventure. So don't make them the priority, because then you start pedestalizing subconsciously. That's not going to be a good look for you, right? So then, I remember out here, bro, we talked to a bunch of girls out here. I don't know if you remember that, but they were, yeah, in this particular room, bro, we talked to like, you and me each, bro, easy, talk to 10 girls apiece, bro. I remember I talked to her, the other girls, but there was like some girls sitting down over here. There was some girls over there. There was a girl who switched out with that girl later. It was just like, and we just kept going to girl after girl after girl. Type thing. I remember this day, bro. I walked past the sweetest blondie girl. Wherever you are, please walk back out there. I'm gonna run into you again, baby. I was not ready for you in that moment. You just was too quick, bro. She was too fast. She had rollerblades on, bro. I gotta catch her with a rope next time.
She lives in here, or like she? You know.
I don't know. She lives in the city.
Close enough, bro.
And then there's a whole other thing happening right now that I'm sure you guys are really concerned about, right? The whole Epstein files drop, and that's connecting to a bunch of other things related to a bunch of other things, and you probably want to understand how that impacts dating. How does that impact the world? And if I'm being honest with you, man, if I'm being all the way honest with you, I think that we're experiencing two levels of people, right? There's people at like an upper echelon who read, keep up, watch these things, are concerned about what's going on in the world, and they're concerned about the implications of what's going on in the world and how things are going, right? So, yeah. We got a chance to see like the Alex Jones episode. Actually, this night, Chris from Fresh and Fit was like, bro, we got Alex Jones on tonight. I was like, cool. So I got a chance to watch it, and I watched it. And in all honesty, when me and Tez are out there and we're dealing with the ladies and stuff, bro, they don't know anything about that stuff, right? So I can't see that impacting dating anytime soon. And if it did impact dating, it would probably be along the lines of like girls being more aware of who they are talking to. So like, you know, girls should go through like training, like mace training, or like maybe don't be saying hi to like really weird recruiters that want you to give them a massage out on an island alone by yourself or whatever, right? Don't do stuff like that. But in general, what I will say is that things might be on a timer. You know, like we've had Natalia here on the show before. Many other people have said something along the lines of like, look, it's 2026. You might not really have any much longer than all the way up to the year 2020 or 2030 to get your money, life, time, and priority right? So you're on like the smallest timer in human history as America's going through its problems. And then at the same time, I recently heard someone say something along the lines of like, yeah, man, the entire US of A only has like 10 years left. And in all honesty, guys, I have no idea if that's true. We don't know. Look around. Everything looks fine. Everything looks operational. Could be the truth, could not be the truth. But I will say this. If you have the mentality that needs to be intellectually stimulated and you need to know what's going on in the future here and you need to know about the future of prioritizing women, money, and dating, my guys, we inherited the worst future that you could possibly get down to the next generation possible, right? And we're aware of that. And trust me, I know that, Tez knows that, we understand what's going on, but we're still out here playing the game, and you cannot make excuses. If gas goes to $30, make that $30. You feel me? Things get hard. Things get tough. Yes, there's time. We could do episodes about preparing and podcasting and getting ahead of your future. But look, we know what's going on, and we still build a studio podcast. We're still out here vlogging. We're still going up to girls. It doesn't matter if the future looks like a sinking ship. Don't be a little bitch about it. What I would implore you to know and implore you to think is that if you only have till 2030, if you only have till 2035, bro, make money harder and faster, get your muscles up harder and faster, and date girls harder and faster. That would be my honest to God advice to you. Get really good at this game and take all the time that you think you need to be good at this game and shove it into a compact structure like now. If you think it's going to take you a year or 2 years to level up and get your cash and get your muscles and get your girls, shove that into 6 months. That would be my greatest advice to you right here in regards to that part of the world right now.
Yeah, definitely. You cannot give up. You got to keep going regardless of how hard it looks. You got to make it happen. Another big thing is like status is important, bro. If you can get some kind of status, like that's what I'm realizing right now is, yes, if you have game, you can get girls. But if we're talking about getting girls without having to waste a lot of time approaching, spend a lot of time going out night game and shit, buying bottles and shit at clubs, you can build your status, which is what I'm doing right now, which is what Chris is doing right now, what we're doing right now. If you can build your status, that is really the best and easiest way to get a girl. That way you can throw a function, you can throw an event, you have a big social media following, and they come to the event and your status is already higher than everyone else's. It's just higher in general because you're able to throw this event, you have a big following, and people are coming to the event. So if a girl sees that you have status, that's the easiest way. That's what it comes down to. Now, if you were a guy in the early 2000s, the early 2010s, approaching girls, and you got 4 out of 10 numbers or 5 out of 10 numbers, you went on a couple dates. Now that number's gone down tremendously, and now that guy is the guy who has all the status. Like the guy who's able to get a big following, add some value online, people follow him. That's the guy who's going to get much higher results. Status has always been a thing, but now more so than ever since social media exists. Social media pretty much just wiped out, as far as the dating game, it wiped out everyone below any kind of status if you don't have any status, for the most part. Yes, you can still have some success. I'm not saying that you can go out and still find a girl and do all that, but it's going to take a lot of time and work. Versus if you have status, you get to play the game more on easier mode.
Yeah, so let me ask you this, man. How can I convey status? Can I do that with Instagram?
Yeah, if you're a guy out there, if you're guys out here, you're going to have to show status. It's on Instagram, social media in general. That way when a girl gets your social media following, your social media, she sees you have status. Yeah.
Yo, literally, bro. I'm out here with Tez. I'm walking past a girl here, another blondie. And then when I walk past her, Tez tells me I should have went up to her. The homegirl was straight up famous, right? And
I didn't know she was famous when I told you to go. I didn't know she had status or she didn't until I told, like, until after I saw her. But when I told you, I didn't know, like, that was.
Yeah, right. So that's the crazy thing, right? Like, this happens pretty often here in Florida. Like, if you're not keeping up with all the social medias, there's some really popular people out here, man. And what does that tell you? That tells you that there's people that are essentially putting their 40-hour work week into Instagram. So because they put their 40-hour work week into Instagram, they look very successful online. And looking very successful online is what girls like. You feel me? Am I capping?
1000%. By the way, the girl that had status, I told you that just because it was like good for you to know since we just walked past her. But I don't give a. She's not any more attractive to me. So on the other hand, a girl to me, if she has status, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, as a guy, if you have status, it's way. Girls love that shit.
Yeah, I can actually break that down real quick. So yeah, see, like, there's some people even here, right, that are popular, that are famous and stuff, but you got to understand, as a guy, that makes really good collaborations, really good conversations, really good people in your network, but dating is something a little bit more serious, you know? So you want to have a girl, you want to love her, you want to give her all the sweet things, you want to put her in your life and stuff, but with a relationship comes authority and rules and restrictions. And putting authorities, rules, and restrictions on a girl who's already made herself famous, that's going to be hard, because she is going to say, you know, I love the idea of being in a relationship with you, but I'm in a relationship with the internet following that I have, and I'm in a relationship with my 4,000 likes that I get every day. So because I get 4,000 likes every day, I don't necessarily know if I want to stop getting 4,000 likes every day in order to pursue a serious relationship with you, even though you are going to be the guidance to my future and give me a family and kids and protection and safety and provisioning. I want 4,000 likes. Yeah, that happens too, man. Like earlier, if you guys remember, right? And shout out to you, Whoa, Vicky, right? I'm not speaking ill on you at all. Don't no one get confused here. But I'm saying, like, okay, a girl like Whoa, Vicky, right? She's out here on her Instagram and Twitter and stuff talking about, like, I want to get married. I want this, right? She wants to be in a relationship real bad. She's marketing herself as a Christian, but, like, everything that she posts is like a thirst trap. Like, you can't do both of those things. You can't say, I want to be a famous internet sensation like Whoa Vicky. She's if you don't know who she is, Whoa Vicky's like is famous in the same light of like Bad Baby, where Bad Baby is a female rapper who comes out here talking about, I might want to talk about female rappers today, bro. Bad Baby's talking about, like, catch me outside, how about that? If you guys remember that famous meme, right? So there's that, and then there's the other side of that, which was Whoa Vicky, and she was first famous out here in Florida talking about, like, she's a white girl, but she says she's, like, on the internet saying that she's a black girl during the time of World Star Hip Hop. That's like around the time of Cat Stacks, like this, like back then type stuff, right? So she's a full blown white girl. She's like, I'm black, and then she talks like real hood, right? So that was kind of like her claim to fame. But it's been so many years that people have kind of forgotten that now. And she's like, full blown like rapper, hip hop musician girl. And the thing about that is that she is famous. So it's going to be hard for Vicky, who I met over here like in Aventura. And, shout out to her homegirl, Nasinia, because she hangs out with Artlana. Shout out to you guys. That's a really good couple, really good pair off. So shout out to Nasinia and Artlana. If you guys are pairing off the way you guys put it out there, W. But Vicky, for you, it's going to be a lot harder, because what you're doing is you're showing the world, like, I want to be in a relationship so bad, but there's no way she's deleting her Instagram. You know what I mean? And that's going to be an essential component. If a guy is going to take her seriously, he can't do that. He can't be a man if she's on the internet and she's calling the shots and she's more famous and she's running the whole game, because she's got like her clout, and clout is what she would then put above the relationship. You'd have to walk away from that life. You know what I mean? So she has to walk away from her stardom. She has to go off into being a celebrity. And then maybe after she has like kids and stuff and raises them, she could come back for like a 10-year what happened to Whoa Vicky video. You know what I mean? Type thing. that would be my best advice to you, Vicky. Like, what clout and what fame, what's that gonna do for you at this point? You know what I mean? You probably got your money, you got your bag, you were doing OF and being a Christian at the same time. Psychopath. Don't do that, sweet girl. And like, in all honesty, there's no W for a girl having fame in terms of relationships and dating at all. I can't see how that helps a girl in any way.
Yeah, and with that, bro, some dude's gonna save all these girls, bro. It might not be the dude that they want. It might not be the man that they respect the most, but there's gonna be some dude out there that's gonna save them. That's just the reality of it. Like, there's some simp sucker out there that's just waiting for all these OnlyFans girls. Like, they're just waiting for these hoes, 304s, and they're gonna get saved. So when we put these standards on women, like, they're not able to do, they can't do, bro. In 2026, bro, these girls they can do whatever, bro. They could be on Pornhub right now getting fucked by 5 dudes, and some dude's gonna wife them up. Like, there's the dude that's doing videos with the fucking
Vince, right? Yeah, it reminds me of Vince, right, bro. I was about to break that down. Go ahead.
Bro, there's a dude doing videos, and no shade to him or nothing like that, but it sends a message that's bigger than just like the content and shit. The message that's being sent for younger guys, whether they know it or not, is if they see a person, a YouTuber, in a video with a fucking 304 hoe that's been ran through on camera by thousands of guys, they're gonna think, oh, it's okay for me to wife this girl. It's okay for me to be around this girl. It's okay for me to give her attention. When in reality, this girl is the one who should be getting shamed. And I'm not in a position. Live your fucking life. I don't care. I'm not in a position to put someone out. That's not me at all. But I will say, if as men, instead of complaining about this kind of shit, oh, these girls are hoes or these girls are this or that, there's a group of guys, simps, that are enabling this behavior, and that's why it's okay. So when I see videos of guys hanging out with fucking girls that have been ran through like that on camera, giving them attention, giving them like boyfriend energy, it sends out the message to the people, the public, that it is okay to be around a girl who does this. It's okay to give her attention. I don't give a fuck if you're taking her serious or you're just fucking. It's like, the attention is, she's winning just based off you getting her attention. And then when you're publicly displaying it, it's just like, people are, there's going to be another girl that's a hoe who's like, oh, it's okay for me to be the hoe, because guess what? I still get attention. There's going to be a young guy who's going to be like, oh, I think she's attractive and I know she's a hoe. This YouTuber gave her a hoe attention, so it's okay. Yeah, I'm going to come save you. You're a hoe. I'm going to come give you attention. So it's all fucked up.
And how does that relate to you? Well, unfortunately, you're probably going to be running into a girl that does OF. It happens a lot, man. It happens a lot. So I'm actually going to play the clip real quick, right, from the phone here. I didn't set this up today on the stream, but check this out. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here.
So you couldn't be my boyfriend whilst I do this?
No. Can't
Why?
do that.
Who's going to let me go? Is it because I'm a slut?
Are you intimate still?
I'm intimate still.
You sure? How do you know?
Because the people I'm intimate with tell me it's intimate. Well, this is intimate, is it not? It's different. When I'm being used, that's very different to having like a very intimate, situation like this. But I thought we had such a good connection.
I don't want to stop.
I don't want to stop either.
Bro, this whole thing is cucked, bro. This shit is so funny. Okay, look. Shout out to Vince, man. I want you to come on the show. I want you to talk your shit up on the show, right? But I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of this clip. And clearly, his vlogs are very funny. You know what I mean? He's not out here giving dating advice. He's not out here being red pilled. He's just having fun, right? So he's having fun, and he's having fun with some porn stars. And trust me, in Florida, you're going to meet some porn stars, bro. It's just going to happen in life, right? So this girl is Bonnie Blue. She's one of the girls who did the 1,000 guys in a day, right? So now this demon of a woman is, and you're welcome on the show, Bonnie. You want to come out here, you talk your stuff. I'm not attacking you at all, right? But I mean, if you take 1,000 dicks, clearly there's some demonic behavior inside you. You know this. And the one thing that she wants is the one thing that she can't have now, right? She's had 1,000 dudes, and she's sitting here with Vince talking about, are you going to be my boyfriend? Please don't, I don't want you letting me go, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, well, are you still intimate? And then she says, the people, plural, the people I'm intimate with, which I took as multiple men, tell me that it's intimate, therefore it's intimate. So she is, and then she says, when I'm being used, meaning when I'm, getting piped down by a whole team of dudes, a whole basketball team or whatever, right? So she's letting you know, like, just because I'm getting piped down by all of these men and all these other men are inside me doesn't mean, and if you, I don't think he took that seriously, but there are dudes that are, like, getting railed through, like, cucked by girls that, they know are openly having sex with other men, and they're just not the only man in her life, right? This kind of predicament comes up because of things like this, right? So this tells that guy, oh, see, I'm hurting and everything about my life is wrecked on the inside, but there's another guy out there doing that. It's a bad signal, but, like, in life, please don't be doing this and taking that shit serious, because you can see Vince is like,
definitely.
It's just like, oh, you can't be my girlfriend. Like, that's his first instinct is, you can't be my girlfriend. His instinct isn't like, I want to protect you, right? Like, you can't.
Yeah. And that girl, when he said, can you be intimate? And when he means, I'm guessing he means, like, could you still, like, do some pair bonding and shit? That's what he's, like, getting at. Like, for guys, when you break that down, because when you hear intimacy, you think of sex and whatnot. Sounds like what he's saying is that, can you still have, like, pair bonding? Can you still have feelings, like, with sex? And can you, like, are you numb to all this shit? Like, because with all the sex work and shit that she does is, like, you're probably numb to this. Like, you don't have the ability to be, like, in a caring, loving relationship because you've had to desensitize yourself to sex. But she answered this question. She just told on herself without even knowing. He said, can you still be intimate? She said, guys that I've been with tell me I can be intimate. So you're not going based off what you think, what you believe. You're going based off what people told me. Have you had any belief in something? You're so much assurance that you don't give a fuck what anyone said. Like, deep down, like, well, is your shirt cool? Well, hey, so he told me. I mean, it's like, if I say, if your shirt cool, it's like, yeah, the girl down there told me it was cool. Like, or the bro told me it was cool. Like,
I have to think through other people.
Yeah, it's like
validation.
Do you think it's cool? Like, so it's like, I don't know. She told herself, but don't be taking these hoes serious at all.
But also break down the psychology of that. You see the difference between men and women? Men also think about what men think from their own head. Men rationalize the world through their own lens. Women, on the other hand, only think about what other people think about. Women really care what other people think. It's a very social construct. Like, when a girl is with you romantically, she is thinking about what you're thinking about. Her brain literally finds, like, nothing else to do with her day other than to worry about what you think about. She wants to know if you think that she's fat. She wants to know if you think that she's hot. She wants to know what you think about her. Her self-esteem is determined by what you think. Whereas us as guys, we don't care what anyone thinks about anything. We're just going to do what we're going to do type stuff, right? So a woman is a creature of social submission. And when a girl is out in the world and she is submitting to something, women are going to be very submissive to society and how societal outlooks affect her directly. So if she, like, and the thing about that, ironically, is that even though Bonnie Blue is living a life that normally a girl thinking about how other people think doesn't want to be seen as a whore, 304, whatever, right? But she has chosen to live a life where she completely knows that she is, therefore she is inverting it. She's like a beast monster, and that actually is going to segue into the next topic here, where she constantly is saying she's making it cool and trying to make it cool and trying to make it cool to be a debaucherous whore. But I'd say a majority, people don't fall for that. But in reality, there are so many depraved women on the streets right now that do OnlyFans, that do sex work, that sell sex, that sell their body, that sell their pictures, that meet the depravity of men on the internet that they've been confronted with from too young of an age to the point where they can't take sex and dating and relationships seriously, because a woman can't spend her time selling sex and get anywhere with that. There's no result that she can, there's no fruit that can bear from her doing something like that, which ties into the next segue here. Bruh, I've been talking about this for a long time, dog. Female rappers, bro. Female rappers. That shit is sick. It's got to stop. Bro, when I'm walking down the street, right? And I hear like keep in mind I DJ too, bro. So like and produce and all those things, right? So I'm walking down the street at the nightclub music is bumping. You're hearing music from like that's ironically when you go out to the nightclub you're hearing music that's like 10, 20, 50 years old, bro. It's insane how like all the music that's popular is old music. Like music that came out when I was in elementary school is the music that they're bumping in the club still. I'm like, how the hell is this a thing, right? But it is. And then like all of a sudden, you know, you got the good times, you got the oldies, you got the hits, you got the hip hop hits, you got the house hits, you got the hits in general. And then they're coming out with like, yeah, I'm popping pussy and I'm popping pussy everywhere. I want all the dudes to take me to the bathroom and give me 50 inches. And you're like, yo, what the hell is this girl saying, dog? Instantly, bro. I've said this a million times at this point. If you guys follow me, you know that this is true. In general, the sweet, submissive, nice, kind, beautiful girls, when they're talking, I'm not listening. That's like 90% of the time. Like I it's not that I don't want to hear you. It's that like my masculinity will just tune you out, and all those female sounds that you make to go, you know, where you're talking about just nothing. Like it has nothing to do with the day, right? It's nothing to do with the routine, nothing to do with what I told you to do, nothing with the kingdom that I've set up for you to be in. It has nothing to do with nothing, and you're just talking. Bro, my ears are not going to hear that. I'm just going to be tuning you out and doing some other stuff. But when it's female rappers like blurting out obscenities with nasty stuff that they're saying that is like the most vulgar thing that you could say as a woman, like they're just exploiting their sexuality at such a high, I'm instantly repulsed and tuned out. I hate female hip hop, bro. All you female rappers, shut the fuck up, please. I do not want to hear you.
Yeah, that. If you're a woman and if you listen to female rappers and shit, Cardi B, all that shit. If a girl listens to that, like she's sex only, recreational use only, like that, like no, bro. That has made women so masculine. Like it's terrible, bro. Like fuck no. That all that rap shit. If your girl's sitting there bumping Cardi B, Sexy Red, all the rappers, Glorilla, those are niggas, bro. Those are niggas rapping those beats, bro. Like that is like it's terrible, bro. So there can only be one man in a relationship. Like that's just what it comes down to. There can only be one man in a relationship. So if your girl's trying to be a man, she's gonna turn you into a bitch. That really just is it. So man, don't be. That is a red flag. That is one red flag right there that some guys probably overlook, is if their girls talk to fucking, or if their girls listen to rap music and they ignore it just thinking, oh, it's just music, it's just a song. Like, no. Look out for that shit. Do not take a girl serious that listens to that kind of music, that masculine energy, talking about fucking niggas, doing all type of shit. They're rapping shit that men do, and like that only men should be able to do because we're men. Like they're like making it okay and acceptable for women to do it, and the shit is just terrible. Like, do not wife girls that listen to these rappers, that idolize these rappers, these female rappers, because it's not gonna turn out good at all.
Yeah, everything about it is bad, man. Everything. It's like the girl's speaking in a generally lower voice, right? So she's like kind of harder about it. Like she's putting on that bro attitude. Like,
yeah, nigga.
Like what? Like, what? Bro, the thing that I love about women is how light and sweet and feminine their voice is. You feel me?
They're turning into niggas, bro.
Bro, just nah. What is that? Like how, bro? Look at me and Tez. We're out here. We're doing our thing, and then you gonna come up. Yeah, what's up, bro? What's up, nigga? I run the streets. Like what? like
no, chill the fuck out, bitch.
Like nah. Like no. Bro, and I don't know what's going through the girl's head, because the girl's got to be desensitized, demoralized, hypnotized, deranged, mentally gone. Because, like, you got to know as a girl, there's no way I'm talking to any female rapper and you're not also selling your sexuality. You're not also doing your makeup for 50 hours a day. You're not also putting on the long nails. You're not also wearing wigs. You know that you're in tune with your femininity, and then you're selling a hip-hop image, which is a classically role male. It's a male role. Like, get the hell out of here. Leave the drug dealing music to men. Men don't deal drugs to be a 5-star gentleman, okay? Leave the hardcore music to men. Ladies, sing a song. Sing the freaking national anthem. Anything would be better than you out here trying to really convince me that you're Lil Boozy inside of a woman's body. Like, even if you were Lil Boozy out here spraying the AK, blah, 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 running up on what's that song go? Get It Back in Blood. If you were Get It Back in Blood type of person, right? Like Boo Shiesty in this motherfucker. Like, bro, we don't want that from you. We do not want that from you. We don't care about that. We don't need that. We're not looking for that at all. And God, what the mental loop gymnastics has got to be like a girl saying, well, I'm not doing this song for you. I'm doing it for me. Well, you can't do that here because I would be the consumer of your music. So you can't do it for you. You got to make it for the people. And we, the men, are telling you, get feminine, baby.
Get fucking feminine because, bro, niggas do not want masculine hoe. Well, it's not even about what niggas want sex. So it comes down to motherfuckers are just going to accept whatever it is that sex provides. So if girls get masculine as fuck, dudes are still going to just accept it and whatnot because they want sex. But damn, it's like I cannot be a bitch in a relationship just to have sex with you. Like that just can't happen. Like, fuck no. Because I'll say it again. Dating in America is fucking gay.
It's cooked.
It's finished, bro.
It's cooked, man. It's cooked. Like, guys, I will say this, man. I went through some of my contacts, right? Beautiful girl. Beautiful blondie. I think her name is Ava, right? Oh, Ava. Pretty girl. You was the pretty girl, right? And I remember I was working on things at the time, and I didn't have the time for Ava, right? And then I go and I look at her Instagram as I'm doing the show, and I'm looking at people I want to bring on here. And I ran past her contact. I was like, yo, let me check on Ava. Wifed, married, 2 kids. Homeboy is like double her age. My point in telling you all this is that the good girls get picked off quickly, dog. So there are some good girls out there, man. Go out there, hunt, find them. There's some good ones. Wife them immediately. But like, be careful about that. Don't go all out. Don't let her know that you're thinking about her in that way. Don't like go all out and be like, yo, marriage certificate. You still got to be smooth. You still got to vet. But that being said, we've been running this for an hour, 7 minutes, and I want you guys to know that me and Dantes, we've been working on this. We're gonna bring you guys some really new as you see, we got some vlogs happening in the background. We're gonna update the value system of this show that you guys are watching this. Not only going to continue to continuously get value, but we're gonna make it more interactive, make it for fun for you guys. We're gonna have more people come into the chats and stuff. Yeah, the 5-Star is getting major updates. So for the people that have been here from the beginning, like people like Lord Commander, we see you, bro. Or anyone that knows about the show, me and Tez, dog. This is, if you were in the beginning, you were in the beginning, but now you're in the momentum phase with us. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for being a part of those kind of things. A couple other people I want to shout out, but is there anything else that you want to go over?
Bro, I mean, yeah, we keep going, bro. Just give some people some more fucking sauce, some game. Just let them know what the fuck is going on. I mean, what else, man? Outside of the dating marketplace right now, it is extremely fucked up right now. Like I said, we're not gonna sit here and talk about the problem all day, but you have to become the best version of yourself. Like that really, that's what it is, man. Because yeah, this shit, you can get a lot of girls, but it's like you're gonna waste a lot of time if you're not the best version of yourself. And like Chris was saying, there are good girls out there, but they are far and few in between. Like so many girls, there's some girls, if you look at them, you're like, she looks like innocent as a potential. Then they start talking, and it's like, damn, what is it? The hardware is different, but the software is the same. Like, it's like, damn, it's like you look nice and innocent, but you're talking fucking crazy. Or your energy, masculine energy. But yeah, they're out there. Like Chris said, keep that in the back of your head and fucking don't show your cards all the time and just keep going.
Yeah, like if she is good, she is good. But if she isn't, don't try to sit there and make her good. You know, that's another problem I think men will run into. Is like, I was just telling you about a high interest girl, right? Like she's like highly into the idea of dating, very beautiful, very attractive. Facial symmetry out the ass, bro. Like looks max to the core ass woman, right? Like she's beautiful, blonde, white girl. Just fucking chef's kiss, perfect. But like, let's say that you run into a girl that meets like your preferences and she just sucks. But like you're having a conversation with her for like 30, 40, 50 minutes and you're meeting her on a cold approach or whatever. If she sucks, she sucks. Don't try to change that. You know what I mean? If she sucks objectively and like you're talking to her and you feel like you're working, that's another thing. All guys go through it. If it feels like a lot of work to like get what you want out of a girl, abort mission, bro. It's not going to be worth it. Because it's pulling teeth and the person's not truly that person, so you're kind of customizing them to be what you want to be because you can, and like don't go down that road. I would rather you abandon the mission and find somebody who actually aligns with what you're looking for a lot more than just trying to like force somebody to be what they're never gonna be for you. It's like, don't hate someone for who they're not. You know what I mean?
1000%, bro. Do not do that. You have to accept people for who they are. That way you could just move on and save some time, because trying to turn someone or see things your way or how do you want to view them when they're not that person, you're just going to get fucked at the end of the day every time. And move on, bro. Don't do that. And that's a lot of guys in a relationship, bro. Your girl, just accept it. Your girl's masculine as fuck. She doesn't deserve to be in a relationship with you. And stop trying to change her or make this shit work or figure it out, because a lot of yes, it will work a little bit of the time, but a lot of times, bro, she's just finished, damaged goods. So don't be trying to get caught up in fucking looking at her one way, the way that you want to see her as this girl or this person. She's not that, bro. Like, that's just gonna fuck you up in life.
Facts. So like I can break down a lot of different layers of this for you guys. For example, right, girls often will talk about zodiac signs, right? Bro, I don't know if you've ever seen this YouTuber. There's a YouTuber called Mind Unveiled, right? Mind Unveiled, he's a great YouTuber. You guys got to see his stuff. I've watched all his things, right, over the years. And he just came out with a video that summarizes all the things that he's been talking about over the years that normally fall in the frame of conspiracies, but upon the release of the Epstein files, it shows you that Epstein himself and other people that, you know, like JP Morgan, Chase Bank, all these people are like in a club called the Zodiac Club, right? So you'll see that the people at the top are the ones who are spreading the propaganda to influence your girls. Because like these people, they literally have 12 people that could be in the Zodiac Club, and each one of the people in the Zodiac Club have to be either a Taurus or a Pisces or whatever. And if one of them dies, then they get like switched out. But these people are actually influencing this nonsense that comes out of girls' mouth when you're hearing them talk about my sign, or you're dealing with a girl who wants to like charge her crystals in the moonlight. Bro, I cannot tell you how many girls I ran into that like do yoga, and yoga in and of itself is like a demonic dance for like Japanese people or whatever, right? But they don't know that until they do the research. And then you see that like people are into this really crazy stuff, but now you, right? You're a guy, you're dealing with the Epstein files, and you're dealing with like, how does this affect the world of dating? What I would do is I would encourage you to get your girls to watch that stuff and then like convince her, like, baby, listen, look, you see how all that stuff is dangerous? The world is dangerous. You need to be cut off from the world, baby. Get your protection from me. You need to get your protection from me. You see how everyone's trying to human traffic you out here, girl. You got to stay away from that stuff. I'm going to protect you. Right? That's really all you could do with these Epstein files in terms of like what's going on in the modern day, what's going on with like the craziness out here. Because there's no way that you've gone on the internet without running into that in some way, right? Actually, you know what I saw that was funny? That guy Clav, right? He was sitting down and he was talking to this girl, and this girl that he was talking to was like working for Peter Thiel, and he was like, like he was like, yo, get out of here, right? Because like she won't admit that she's working for Peter Thiel, and he had done some background information to find that, like, yeah, she's totally involved with his business. But when you watch the video, the girl's either a great liar or doesn't know that she's implicated, right? Like one or the other. I think she was lying.
Great liar, bro.
Yeah, right? He's like, come on, bro. And, yo, I'm going to be honest, bro. I think that I was recently in a situation with a girl that was straight up lying to me. You do know what I'm talking about, but, like, the way that I caught the girl lying is like she didn't want to admit she was lying, and I just had a meeting with one of my guys today, and some of the bullshit that girl was involved in came up, and then we both came to the conclusion, like, yeah, liar, dog. These girls be treacherous. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta get rid of the treacherous ones.
Definitely. And you know what's interesting about that video with Clav is maybe she isn't a good liar, or maybe she didn't know. Because I think about the Adam and Eve. Eve didn't know about the serpent. She thought it was just
the intentions of the serpent.
Yeah. So I could see that girl possibly. She looked like she had some lying behaviors, but I could see at the same time she was just the person that's being deceived. She knew she was lying, bro.
Yeah, well, that's one thing to think about it too, right? Like, you're a man and you're playing the game of chess. Now you're close to this girl, but you find out that the girl that you're close to is the queen of the other guy on the chessboard. What does a queen do to a king on a chessboard? You feel me? You got to get rid of her. You can't be around that liability. You can't have no man pulling the strings of the queen around you. You got to. That's smart. Get her out of the board. Get her off the board, because this is warfare, bro. Dating is warfare. It can easily turn into warfare real quick.
For sure, bro. You keep her on the board, and in terms of chess, and she's not for you, like that is just a lot of damage she could get done. So, yeah, man, you gotta be sharp out here. Stay on your fucking toes, and life will like soften you up to this shit. As far as like seeing guys doing streams with hoes that are on camera with fucking doing porn and shit, seeing all this soft simp shit going on in everyday life, bro. It softens you up. Like, it's like the P. Diddy situation. First they released the clip of him kicking the girl in the fucking hotel or some shit, and then 2 weeks later, however long later, then he ends up getting hit with this. Andrew Tate said, it's like, I want to know, who did he upset? Who did he make mad? They've been having this clip for so long, and they decided to release it at this time. And then a couple weeks later, he gets arrested. So it's like they soften you up to this idea of whatever it is, and they hit you with the big blow. So you're already softened up to it. That's kind of how life is. So stay aware, guys, of the situation, everything that's going on, because you're going to see all this simp sucker shit every fucking day. And don't let that shit soften you up to where you start accepting it in your life, because it's just going to turn you into a gay faggot, like everyone else that's turned into a gay faggot.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Is you got to reject propaganda or influenced propaganda, you know? Not everyone putting out propaganda might realize that they're doing it, because their mind is propagandized, therefore demoralized, therefore they don't know, even if you were to show them. But yeah, it, like, pushing out things of your life is good in the same sense as dieting, you know? Like, don't consume slop. Don't consume what some would call goy slop. Don't consume entertainment that's meant to destroy. Like, what is it called? Brain rot. Don't consume brain rot. Like, if it's brain rot, get out of there, bro. Because what you consume is going to affect you on some level, you know? I'll actually put it to you like this. There's a bodybuilder named Will Tennyson, right? And in one of his videos, he's going around the world, and he's trying different diets in different countries, and he's saying, I'm going to go from the healthiest diet to the worst diet, right? He's a full-blown Canadian, so food is good up there in Canada. So he goes to Greece in one of his episodes. So he's in Greece, Rome, Italy, that whole area, right? So as he's going through, like, Greece, Rome, and Italy, foods that he's having are fantastic, and he's really enjoying the food and the quality of the food and the deliciousness and the sensation of the food, right? And then he was saying like that, okay, we're gonna put this in the group of healthy dieting. Then he comes over to America. Homeboy starts eating the food here in America, right? And he's like, bro, I don't know what it is, but the quality of the food here is so bad that it feels like the food goes through me, and then I'm still hungry after, and then I keep eating after. Like, you know what I mean? And he's like, the quality is so trash that your body is looking for more nutrients, and like in Greece, that wouldn't have been a problem, right? And he's like, bro, I don't know how the hell the Americans do it. You know what I mean? But like he's saying, like, and he's showing the data, like we walk less than all the other countries. So like an American will take like 5,000 steps, but like a Canadian will take like 7,000 steps. So like our food is poisoned. We walk less. We're like, he's talking about like how we're lazy and we're angry. But think about that. If your body doesn't get the nutrition it needs, it's still hungry. If you're going to consume brain rot, you're going to consume more brain rot and more brain rot and more brain rot until you have some sort of intellectual stimuli. And if you don't get the intellectual stimuli that you need, you're going to turn out dumb. That's why me and Tez will tell you, like, you got to read books. You got to keep up with things. You got to read up on things. You got to be informed about what's going on in the world. In fact, there's so many topics that me and Tez are purposely not talking about here on FiveStar, because we think if we go into the deepness of them on FiveStar, that they're going to start, like, trying to push down our platform, and we're like, not really getting into that. However, if you guys want to see stuff like that, go ahead, comment, talk to us. We'll hop on Rumble. Me and Tez are happy to go on any of the platform or talk to any influencer or podcast host about any topic relative to what's going on in the modern day. We're just not out here promoting it because it's just not time for us to do that kind of stuff with our channel over here. That's not the strategy, man. But what is the strategy? You see right here, like, we're out here. There's motherfucking DJ Detox. That's the name. You see Chris in the back over there. So if you guys don't know, Chris is a producer of Fresh and Fit. Shout out to you, Chris. He gets a lot of girls on the show, and DJ Detox gets a lot of girls on the show, right? So those dudes are top-notch networking. You see my dog Blade in the back over there, also known as Dantes, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, we out here. Fuck Blade. It's Dantes in the back. Let's go.
Hey, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Vampire killer in the building. And I'll tell you this, man. If there's one thing I know is that the world is changing. And I got to speak to, like, the youngest guy, right? I'm, like, coming at the game from so much experience. But if you're 20 years old right now, you're just starting to learn the world. You're just starting to learn the world of women. You're broke. You don't have no money. You're trying to be the best version of yourself. Everything is rigged against you. Literally, read the Epstein files. It's the truth. Everything is meant for you to lose. Literally, read the Epstein files. That's the truth. The whole country just seems to be, like, lost. You see, if any of you saw the Pam Bondi testimony, like, there's, what's crazy about the Pam Bondi thing, bro? Okay. You have the U.S. Senate and the House on one side, who we can just hope and assume are, let's say, doing a good job for this scenario, right? They're doing a good job. We have Pam Bondi, and then we have the victims of Epstein behind Pam Bondi. The House is like, yo, Pam Bondi, did you interview any of the people? Because the FBI files are like, they're talking to Kash Patel for that. But, like, the whole consensus is, like, did you interview any of these people? Did you talk to any of them? Did you, do we have eyewitnesses? And they were saying that they've done it. And then they were like, okay, what you didn't know is that we brought them in today. Can you guys raise your hands if you were ever interviewed? Or if you were never interviewed, all of them raised their hand. So when you see the House bringing in people that are witnesses to these testimonies, and none of the FBI has interviewed these people, you see, oh, we are in a rigged game. They're working against us, not for us. They're lying, not truthing. It's rigged. The people are rigged against you. Yeah, it's a fact. It's an objective fact. It's not a conspiracy. There's no copyrights to get written on. There's no pushback. There's no flag. There's no community notes from Twitter. There's no nothing. This is just an objective truth, right? So, yes, the game is rigged against you. There's propaganda that me and Tez have talked about for years now that is rigged against you. And we know that. We know it. We've screamed it. We said it to the top of our lungs. And it's the truth. And it's the objective truth. Now, here's the game plan, right? You're 20 years old, and I'm telling you, guess what, man? Everybody been lied to, and they believe the lies. And you want to go out here, and you want to start truthing, and you want the truth, and you want justice, and you want the truth to work in your favor. What I would say to this guy is, well, guess what, my boy? It's good that you know the truth, and I want you to keep watching 5 Stars so you can get educated on the truth. However, the board of chess that you're operating on, the rules aren't going to change for you. Unfortunately, this game is rigged. So you're going to have to play a rigged game. And what that game is going to feel like is it's going to feel like we're playing a game of the floor is lava, and you got to jump from couch to table to chair type thing, right? But here's America Now. We're playing a game of the floor is lava, but you're playing the floor is lava with your income. You're playing the floor is lava. Well, muscles you can control a lot more. You can exercise, but like with income and women, you're playing the floor is lava like crazy, and you got to hop from like job to job to job, or income source to income source to income source. Or a lot of you guys are day traders now, so you got to be like day trade, which is low key gambling, which sucks. And then on the other side, you're dealing with like, oh, this girl's cool, but she has a penis. Nope, not her. This girl's cool, but she acts like she has a penis. Nope, not cool. This girl's cool, but she's like low-key gonna grow a penis, so I got to get away from this girl, right? You just got to stay away from girls that have masculine tendencies. And then, you know, if they're not covered in face tattoos with an AK-47 in the back of the trunk, that's great, you know. Then you're going to find one that's soft and feminine and girly, but boom, she sells her OnlyFans. Ha ha, it's a trick. Right? You know what I'm saying? Bro, my advice to you, 20-year-old, is you really, truly, authentically, factually did get handed the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst game. And that means you have to become the best of the best of the best of the best of all players of all time today, right now, quickly. And there's no real way I can sugarcoat that. So if I were to compare myself at 20 to yourself at 20, I definitely would say that I had the time and experience and willingness to learn in a very incremental way. But yours is expedited, man. You got to learn from us, and you got to learn from us quickly. So you will get that value on this show. Me and Tez are putting together WAP communities that will get you that information that you need, that will push you in scenarios that you need to be in. We've got a whole plethora of things. We got a Discord coming. We got a community coming. We got whatnot on the way. We got so many things that are going to be making you guys a lot better in this world. But you need this experience. You need this experience quick, and you need to experience women really quick. And keep in mind, you know how they say, like, yo, you need 50 bodies to understand, like, the nature. This is including everything. You need to be able to, you need to understand the nature of women to be good with women. Everything that you could possibly ever become, everything that you think that you can accomplish in that 3, 4, maybe 6, 7 years left that America's having right now, you need to cram this into 6 months, man. Cram everything that you could possibly do into 6 months. I mean, if you're 20 years old, I'm saying get yourself a house, a car, a kids in 6 months, bro. Like, literally, I know we're in a paradox. I'm telling you, you got to have all this experience, but you got to have the results at the same time. Sorry, homie. You're playing the game on Call of Duty super mega level hard.
Bro, you're on. Have you played Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Bro, you're playing on expert, bro. Playing Through the Fire, Through the Fire and Flames. Have you played that song on Guitar Hero?
Bro, that was like, for me, that was
fucking
16 years ago.
That was in the early 90s, nigga. But I'm talking shit. But bro, Guitar Hero Through the Fire and Flames on expert, that's how you're playing right now. If you don't know what the fuck that is, go on YouTube and type in Through the Fires and Flame expert Guitar Hero. But long story short, you are playing it's on hard mode. So we just gotta practice, and get better. That's it. Yeah.
There's literally nothing else you could do except tune in to 5-Star regularly, because we're going to bring you guys that content regularly, man. We're available everywhere. We're on X, which is Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram. We got some other platforms. Man, you guys are getting treated right by us over here at 5-Star. We do it for you, man. when we was shooting these vlogs, we were thinking about you guys and what kind of value we could bring you. See, we'll talk about real estate over on the Chris Enzo Core channel. Like, I'm happy to break down real estate for you guys. I've helped dudes who live outside of Florida try to come into Florida because that's their goal. They know that dating is a way better strategy here than a all blue pill state. Like, an all blue state, I've heard such terrible things about blue states that I'm not interested in finding out what it's like living there. I just hear that basically blue pill people, once they find out that you're a red pill person, they all betray you, turn against you, and want you gone. You know what I mean? So screw that. Come over here. Get involved with the ladies. Get involved with the women. Show these girls a good time. They don't know. They truly, truly, truly don't know what men want, and they don't know that they're treacherous, and they don't know that they're mean, and they don't know that they're evil. But they are trained to hate men, and they don't realize that hating men is bad, even though hating men is bad, and you're not necessarily going to change that. So be respectful. Don't disrespect anybody. We're not saying that, you know what I mean? You got to be a gentleman. You got to go out there. You got to be respectful on a human level. You know, dating has its own intrinsic little things that you could play with, but on a human level, you got to definitely be respectful. You know, we're not encouraging anyone to give up. We're encouraging you to play the game harder, quicker, smarter, faster, and stronger than ever before.
That's it. That's all we can do. Just keep going. Let's get it.
Facts. That being said, hour 30, man, we're about to close this thing out, but yo, we came here to show love to you guys. Make sure that you get this vlog that's coming on the FiveStar live stream YouTube. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Send this video to 5 of your friends. And go ahead and check out this. When this drops, go ahead and comment and tell us where else you want us to be vlogging. If you want us to come to your university, we'll come to your university. If you want us to go to like some area that's dope, or if you want to get involved with the show, message me at Chris Core on Instagram, and we'll do everything we can to interact with you guys, man. We're all about our audience. We're all about serving you guys and bringing you the best content that we possibly can.
Yes, sir. We out here. 5-star live stream. Let's get it. Follow on all platforms. Peace.
Peace, peace. Let's go.